Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on the time you are going to watch this video. Right now it's evening, right away from East Africa, Kenya, Nyabuhanse village. So guys, today I just wanted to share with you a little bit story because our feelings, our life, we just tell it through a story. So today I just wanted to give you a story. And the reason why I want to give you a story is because, guys, every time there's some guys who their work is talk about me, talk about Makori, what he does, what he doesn't do. So, guys, I just want to give you a little bit story and tell you exactly what and why I want to give you this story, because I want to give you a story of my life. It's a story of my life. Guys, in life we all have a story to tell. Sometimes that's why I don't want anybody to pull me around or to do something that does not please me. And that's why I don't bow down to anybody, because I've been true and I believe in myself. And that's why I have to do this, guys. So, guys, my story began on 17th November 1993. That's the day that I was born. I was born in a family of 3 boys, 5 girls. I'm the second last, the last in boys, but second last in general. So, guys, when I was 2 years old, before that, my father used to work in Kericho farm. So after that, he worked, and then he had some things, some animals at home back at Kisi. So after a few days, a few years of work of that, when I was born, after like 2 years, when I was 2 years old, then my father was poisoned, was given some poison which led him to be mentally weak, and he was he started behaving like a mad person. He started selling everything at home, sold animals as he was going to look for medication. So life started becoming very hard for even my elder brothers to go to school. The people in the village believed that our family would never do anything, because by then my elder brothers were young and they were at school by then. So life started becoming very, very difficult, because it was now everything was depending on our mother, who was the breadwinner now to the family, because now our father was not able to provide anything because he was very sick. So years went by. My mother worked every day, 5 kilometers away, to go and work. He worked in the farms of people so that he could provide food. And by then, one line of almost 200 meters long of sugarcane plantation, when you dig that, you weed that line to the end, you are given 15 shillings. So per day you can be given even 30 shillings per day. So she had to work and then come back, provide for us, for the whole 8 children, and then even pay for the school fees and all of that. I hope you can understand that situation. So we grow up in total poverty, guys. So after that, our mother was really a religious mom. She raised us in church, and we believed in God every day. And every day she told us, just do something good, believe in God, and fear God. That's all. So years went. That was the life. Sometimes we even slept empty stomach. When I was around 12 years now, I was big now. I saw my mother sometimes he came home, bought some flour, and he cooked some food, and then he will give us so that we can eat. After we finish eating, what remains, that's what she could eat. And then tomorrow she will carry my elder brothers to go to the farm, walking a distance of 5 kilometers. Walking, you go 5 kilometers, and then so daily you have to walk 10 kilometers, and then you walk from morning to, so they have to wake up very early in the morning around 4 a.m. so that they can go and reach to the farm early. So that was the life. So we grow up in such difficulties, and we never worried about that, and we never went to beg for anybody. We were very disciplined. We just waited for our mother until she comes. We never knew about lunch. We only ate in the evening, and that is it. So your work, just to go to school, to come back home. You wait for our mother to come so that she can cook for us some food. So that was it. So it reached a time our father was very sick. That day he wake up very early at night around 2 a.m. in the morning, and then he ran away. After running away, my mother followed, my cousin followed, and my elder brother, because we were sleeping in the same house. So they ran after that. They were almost killed by people at night because our father was sick. She was running away. Our neighbor, his brothers, never bothered to follow up. So things were just that way. Then my eldest brother did his class 8, and he passed. So he was supposed to go to school, but my mother did not have even a single shilling because she used to work from hand to mouth. From hand to mouth. So my mother called for fundraise. After calling for fundraise, even the neighbors were trying to tell my mother do not bother because he should struggle to care for our father and leave around the children, no need of going to school. But God was big, and what God was great. My brother went to school. He worked very hard. When he was going to Form 1, guys, he was bought a trouser because my mother had to go and look for the cheapest she could get, the second and cheapest. I remember the trouser was don't touch, but it was not a style. It was a small trouser which he could afford, and the trouser was reaching around here. And then my brother wore a plastic shoes for the first time. By then, guys, we were walking barefooted. I'm telling you, barefooted. So things just went that way. My brother went to school. He worked very hard. My eldest sister told my mom, no, I can't join my high school. Let me go and train tailoring. So she went for tailoring, and she did. And God was big because everybody was performing in school. Everybody was doing very well. So my my sister did his tailoring until he finished, and then which now she does up to now. And then my eldest brother did very well in school, followed my second brother who also did very well. All my sisters who are doing very well in school. Even the principal of the school started supporting because he knew what was going on in our home. But people never believed that one day our family will raise, our family will have something. Nobody believed that because everybody knew that our family will fail. Nobody will ever rise and maybe be somebody. But because of God, my eldest brother got an A and went to Chepkorir campus in Eldoret. It was called there. And then there was a problem because he could not join the campus because of money. But then my elder sister, she had started now working a little bit. She started supporting my mother, and my mother worked very hard. She went to her home. Their family supported her a little bit. At least she bought him some even suitcase to go to university. And then my brother went and joined the university. She worked very hard. And after that year, my brother joined the university. The following year, my second brother also joined Nairobi University. He also passed very well and joined the university. And like God, you know, my brother just went to university. Everybody was not believing this. My sisters followed. Everything started going well. But unfortunately, when I was going now to join Form 2, my father passed. That's when we had moved now to Nyabohanse. So my father came after we moved to Nyabohanse. The sickness went down. At least my father was one started now doing some small businesses of selling brown sugar, and also started now farming tobacco and maize. At least now the family started now changing life slowly by slowly. I was taken out of the public school. My father took me to a private school, which later was sold to government. It was somebody, a white guy, who built the school. So I was taken there. I did my class 8. After doing my class 8, I went to Form 1. I did well. I went to Form 1. After I joined Form 1, after I finished Form 1, now it was December, my father passed away. But by that, my brothers had not gotten any job. Everybody was jobless. So the school fees was very difficult. My mother was the one who was everything at home. She was the one to provide food and everything. She has to look for school fees. My other sisters are in school. Or everybody's in school. So it was very difficult. So I was brought to a very small school. It was called Uriri High School. It was a high school, provincial school. So I was taken back there. I studied for 1 year in Form 2. So life was very difficult because my father had passed away now. No farming was taking place. And in fact, life was very difficult by then. Now, after I finished Form 2, I came back because that year of Form 2, in fact, I finished that year in school by God's grace because even the school fees was very difficult to be paid. I was chased when I was seeing it was a big school because it has many streams in my class. Then when I see the principal is in Form 2 green and my class was Form 2 my class was Form 2 green and there was Form 2 blue. When the head teacher is in Form 2 blue, so I had to move to Form 2 north. So where he has finished, when he comes to my class, I have to go to another class. So that's how I was surviving in school. And sometimes you don't have even soap to go to school because I was given maybe soaps, a small piece of soap which will last for. You have to. It has to last for the whole month, for the whole term, 3 months, and one pen. So I have to survive on stealing somebody's pens, and maybe I correct some soaps which other children are throwing away. I even got a skin disease, in fact, from that because I was using people's properties which yet they have thrown away. I have to use that soap. I was very terrible. In my neck, I got skin disease. I was looking very bad. So life was very difficult. So when it came to end year, I had to steal the report form from the office and I took all my stuff. So I went back home. And after I came back home, so I was supposed to go and join Form 3. So I did not go there because even the arrears of school fees was very, very high. So I knew my Form 3 would be very, very difficult. So I had to drop out of school. I came home. I started now doing small businesses, selling some hens, going to construction things. By then we were being paid 150. That's $1, and maybe $1 per day. Then when they give me that, I had to take that money to my mother, and my mother will use, if she uses maybe 100 shillings, and then she will keep 50 for me, and or maybe that day she will use 50 and she keeps 100 for me, and then she will buy a hen for me. So I built a small kennel for hens, and I started rearing hens there. And then I had a brother. I used to make videos with him. So on Sundays, we had to go to the market, and then we buy sheep, goats on the way, and then we take them to the market. So we started doing that. And I started collecting some money. And then Marwa's father, Mr. Ondari, came to my home and talked to my mother. By then, Mr. Ondari had a private school, a high school. And Mr. Ondari took me to his school for in Form 3 now. After he took me in Form 3, the school was not really performing very well. So I was in Form 3, but when Form 4s are doing their exam, when they were doing their first exam, I went and did with them, and I was leading. And you see, I've not learned a lot in Form 3. I was in Form 3, but I could do exams for Form 4, and then I will be top 3. Even sometimes I could lead in so many subjects like mathematics. I could lead physics. I was leading. So Mr. Ondari uh, gave me a title of head boy. I was the head boy in that school. But the school was so that was it. So I had to go, and then but I dropped. I worked there. I went there. I studied school, and then I did not finish because I felt that the school was not better for me. So I dropped out and I started working out. And then after that, to cut the story short, I moved. Okay, I started doing that and I layered some chips. And then my second brother came and took me to Nairobi. He took me to Nairobi. I went there, started working in Unga Limited. I did some jobs there, and then I moved from there. I went to school now in Form 4 now. As a Form 4, I did my Form 4. I got a D plus. Getting a D plus, my eldest brother came and took me back to Eldoret, where now I went then back to school. I did what I did, came out here, guys. I'm struggling, working very hard. I've done so many businesses, like I've sold second-hand clothes. I've grinded sugar cane, making brown sugar. I performed well. I bought even a machine. I bought some things. So I always dependent on myself. And that's why I don't want anybody to bull me around, because I know God is the only one who decides for people, not anybody else. And that's why I don't like when somebody want to pull me down or maybe look down on me, because I know everything is possible in this world if you believe in God. What can you say, my brother?
Yeah, man, it is true the way my cousin said. That is the way he struggled. I know everything about my cousins.
Yeah,
It is speaking the true things. The way he started, the way up to the end. It
yeah,
is very true. It is
this,
not a lie.
yeah.
You can't lie.
That's
Yeah,
it, that is
that
it,
is how
guys.
life
So
is.
me, I grew up in poverty, and that's why I don't want anybody
Okay.
to pull me around or take me around. And that's why the other day there's a guy in this YouTube channel here. I told him to stop watching even my videos because this guy was trying to seduce me. Am I a gay guy? You know, this is so bad. This guy is called somebody Henry from England, from Australia. Yeah, something from Australia. If you want to support Makori, just support him in a good way, but not in such way. You cannot treat me that because you are telling me that you can support me with the money and everything. I cannot do such a thing, or I cannot do something stupid like that because you want to support me with money. I can make my own money. Yeah, you cannot push me. I've gone through a lot. And in fact, I've just given you a small story, but the real story is there. So I don't want to talk much. It is late. Thank you so much, guys. Please, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do so. My name is Makori. My YouTube channel name is Life with Makori. Please support me and like the video and share it as much as possible. Thank you so much. May God bless you guys. Bye bye.